Hello there, Spider Dash here. Recently I watched She-Ra on Netflix, and I have to say, I'm surprised at how good it is. This show has everything: good characters, a good story, and a ton of mysteries. And that's why we're going through a deep dive through the She-Ra Iceberg. But before starting the video, I have to mention that I made this iceberg, but it's based on the iceberg made by Gaucho Rider. I sent him a message asking him if I could use his iceberg, but he never answered, and it doesn't seem that he's going to answer soon. So I just translated the iceberg and added a few extras, so it wouldn't be stealing. And with that out of the way, let's begin! Tier 1. The tip of the iceberg. 80s She-Ra. The She-Ra show on Netflix is based on the show from the 80s with the same name. There is not much else to it.
Hey, Adora.
This is what Catra says to Adora every time that they meet. It's so iconic that it's kind of a meme at this point. Finn. Noelle Stevenson, the director of the show, got asked on one stream how the son of Adora and Catra would look like, and she came up with Finn. Entrapta has autism. During the show, Entrapta gives many signs that she might be autistic. This was confirmed by the director of the show. First One's language. This language appears many times throughout the show. It's named First One's language. Many fans have already decrypted how to read it. If you want to know more, I'll leave a link in the description. Lost movie. During a lot of time, people have insisted DreamWorks to make a continuation about She-Ra. As a matter of fact, during a long period of time, there was a trending on Twitter about making a movie, but most likely this will never happen, because She-Ra didn't sell enough toys. Tier 2. Below the surface. Expensive merchandise. Even though She-Ra has mixed opinions, it has mostly great reviews. That being said, it didn't sell enough toys. So, the small amount of toys that were produced are now being sold at ridiculous prices. Bow and Perfuma are trans. Even though this is not confirmed, a lot of people think that Bow and Perfuma are trans. We don't have enough proof to support the theory that Bow is trans, but I will talk more about Perfuma in just a minute. Real Flutterina / Double Trouble in the Ball. On the 8th episode of the first season, Princess Prom, you can see cameos of other characters that will make their appearance much more later on the show. One of them is Double Trouble, who appears during a small fraction of time. And the other is Princess Flutterina, the real one, because we know that the one that appears later on the show is Double Trouble taking her identity. Bow is a princess. The voice actor of Bow once mentioned that Bow is a princess, and many fans have the theory that he is a princess, but we don't have nothing official yet. Battle for Etheria 2-pack. This is a pack that has figures of Adora and Catra. It's extremely rare. If you want the box where the figures came in, you will have to pay more than $100 just for the box. And if you want the figures, good luck finding them, and it will be even more expensive. Tier 3. The bottom of the iceberg. Marahope / Repkyle. These are two ships that existed almost from the beginning of the series. Both of them ended up becoming a reality. One being Repkyle, the one with Rogelio and Kyle, and Marahope, the one with Lighthope and Mara. Meloc mimics Catra's feelings. After Melloc and Catra meet, basically Melloc mimics Catra's feelings. When Catra is mad, Melloc is mad. When Catra sneezes, Melloc sneezes. You get the idea. Madame Raz is over 1000 years old. The Mara events happened over 1000 years ago, and Madame Raz was already old, so maybe she's over 1000 years old. Or maybe she's a time traveler. Design controversy. When She-Ra was first announced, a lot of people criticized the design, saying that She-Ra looks like a boy. Even having this into account, the show did good. Horde Prime is based on a real cult. According to Noelle Stevenson, Horde Prime is based on real cults. The main villain will be based on a suicide cult leader, and the entire Horde Prime will be based on a religious Christian cult, where everyone will act as a hive, and the cult will take away your personality. I'll leave a link in the description in case that you want to know more about it. Tier 4. Shallow Waters. Glimmer gets to say fuck you. In the show no one ever swears, because it is a kids show, but the director, Noelle Stevenson, said that if one character could get to swear, it would be Glimmer. Scrapped episodes. DreamWorks and Mattel cut the show's budget because of the LGBT representation, so some episodes had to be scrapped. And some Noelle Stevenson's ideas weren't produced because they were too graphic for a kids show. One of them included Bo getting a hole in the chest, mocking Adora's healing powers. Mattel refused to make more toys. Mattel executives didn't like the show, so they purposely lowered the quantity of toys that they were producing when the demand was on the rise, and because of that, She-Ra's merchandise is so expensive. Swiftwind arguments about equality. Swiftwind is constantly arguing about the rights of horses. His arguments would have sense if he wasn't the only horse who can talk, at least that we know of. Shrek and She-Ra have the same plot. This makes sense if you think about it like this. Fiona and Adora are worried that people only care about them because they have something that makes them special. In the case of Fiona, her beauty, and in the case of Adora, her powers. Shrek and Catra have trust issues and push away anyone who could be close to them, and verbally abuse Scorpia and Donkey, respectively. And Scorpia and Donkey allow themselves to be abused because they only have one friend. Tier 5. Dark Waters. She-Ra in Universal Studios. After the show release, She-Ra used to appear in Universal Orlando Resort. I can't confirm if she's still there because I'm poor. Aimee Carrero controversy. Someone posted this on Twitter, and Aimee Carrero, the voice actress of She-Ra, didn't take it so well. She thought that it was a death threat, and some people thought that she was exaggerating, and others thought that she was right. Personally, I just think that this is the average day on Twitter. Catra and Scorpia were going to kiss. Catra and Scorpia will kiss instead of Catra and Adora. It got scrapped later on. Dubs don't respect Double Trouble's gender. Double Trouble is non-binary and uses the pronouns they, them. When She-Ra was dubbed in Finnish and Dutch, they referred to Double Trouble as him. I think that is because those languages don't have neutral pronouns. Whitewashing controversy. An artist posted this picture on Twitter. It's the main cast of the show, but the main change is that it depicts Mermista as having white skin. This made a lot of people angry. She-Ra DVD. If you want, you can buy the series of She-Ra in DVD, but just until the season 3. Physical versions of the season 4 and 5 weren't made, because the show didn't sell enough toys. Honestly, this is kinda sad. Noelle Stevenson was in DashCon. The DashCon is one of the most infamous events that has ever circulated on the internet. There are a lot of videos describing the event a lot better than I could. But if you want to get the idea, the organizers of the event promised that as a refund, there was going to be a giant swimming pool. This was the swimming pool. The thing is that Noelle Stevenson was invited as a guest. She was going to give a presentation with a partner, but her partner never showed up, so she had to do the presentation alone. The cherry on the top is that everyone on the DashCon, including the guests, had to pay for their own rooms to stay the night. Noelle didn't have this knowledge, so she couldn't afford a room, so she had to spend the night with the members of the Welcome to Night Vale podcast. Another funny thing about this is that Noelle Stevenson doesn't even want to acknowledge the DashCon. This is funny and sad at the same time. Tier 6. The Abyss. There is no sun in these pondos. When they're in space, or when there's a shot of Etheria, you can't spot a sun, what leads to believe that daytime is just pure magic. Catra is a Thundercat from Thundara. The name and morphology of Catra are the same of the people of Thundara, so it is totally possible that Catra is a Thundercat. Perfuma's identical twin. In the 4th episode of the 1st season, you can spot a man that resembles Perfuma a lot. Many people say that this is the definitive proof to say that Perfuma is trans, although nothing is confirmed. Adora broke her legs in the jump. This is a detail that I missed. When Adora jumps after Catra, we don't see her walk again until she transforms into She-Ra, which means that she broke her legs. Scorpia's moms. This is a detail that is easy to miss. When Scorpia is packing to leave the Horde, you can see a picture of her as a baby, and along with her, you can see her 2 moms. Madame Brass is Angela. There is a theory that says that when Angela sacrifices herself, she didn't die. Instead, she traveled to the past. And she is the one that we know as Madame Brass. As far as we know, Madame Brass is 1,000 years old, and Angela is immortal. Maybe that is the explanation why she hasn't died yet, after so many years. Angela and Madame Brass share the same color palette. Both of their skin is pink, and if you look close enough, you can see that Madame Brass has the same earrings than Angela. DreamWorks almost removes a character. DreamWorks almost removes the character of Spinnerella because of the LGBT representation. So, their plan was just to not renew the contract of the voice actor. So, Noelle Stevenson voiced Spinnerella instead, so she wouldn't be removed. Well, hello there! You stayed until the end. Thank you for watching this video. It was fun making this video, and I learned lots of stuff. The most important thing that I have to mention is that Noelle Stevenson, against all odds, made a pretty good show, and I think that that is admirable. But well, leave me your thoughts in the comments, and if you have any suggestion for the next video, I'll be happy to read it. If you enjoyed the video, give me a like and click the subscribe button. If you have the time, feel free to watch my other videos. I'm Spider Dash, and I'll be seeing you the next time.